Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most jaw-dropping events to hit General Hospital in years. Cyrus Renault's shocking demise at the hands of Jocelyn Jacques has left fans stunned, but is it truly the end? As we unpack the aftermath, we'll also explore Jeff Kober's thoughts on his character's exit, the fan reactions, and the swirling rumors that Cyrus may not be as gone as we think. Buckle up, because Port Charles might not be done with him just yet. Cyrus Renault's death, or is it another elaborate hoax? General Hospital fans have seen their fair share of twists, but Cyrus Renault's supposed death has everyone questioning whether this is truly the end for the menacing villain. Is Cyrus really dead, or has he pulled off the ultimate deception? Rumors are running wild that Cyrus may have faked his own death, orchestrating a scenario that allows him to vanish while the world believes he's gone for good. If anyone could pull off such an elaborate scheme, it's Cyrus, a man who thrives on mind games and manipulation. Fans of the show know that death is rarely permanent in Port Charles. We've seen characters return from the grave more times than we can count, and let's not forget Ryan Chamberlain's infamous fake death. If Ryan could trick everyone into thinking he was gone, then surely a master strategist like Cyrus could do the same. So, what would a Cyrus comeback look like? If he is alive, we can bet he'll come back with a vengeance, targeting the people who wronged him. Could he be plotting in the shadows, waiting for the perfect moment to reclaim his power and make his enemies pay? If that's the case, then Jocelyn, Sonny, and Jack Brennan better watch their backs. Jocelyn Jacques faces the fallout of killing Cyrus. Jocelyn Jacques made a split-second decision that changed everything. She pulled the trigger and ended Cyrus Renault's reign of terror. But while she may have eliminated a major threat, the consequences of her actions are just beginning. Cyrus may have been a ruthless criminal, but Jocelyn's decision to take his life will haunt her. She didn't just kill a man, she set off a chain reaction that could have far-reaching repercussions. Legally, she's in dangerous territory. Will the authorities rule it as self-defense, or could she face criminal charges? Even with Jack Brennan stepping in to help cover things up, there's always a risk that the truth will come to light. And then there's the psychological toll. Jocelyn is young, and while she has always been strong-willed, taking a life changes a person. Will she struggle with guilt? Will she confide in someone, or will she bottle it up and let it eat away at her? There's also the fear of retaliation. If Cyrus is alive, or if he had allies waiting in the wings, then Jocelyn's life could be in danger. Did she just put a target on her back? One thing is certain, this story is far from over. Jeff Kober speaks out on his exit, the end of an era? For 5 years, Jeff Kober brought Cyrus Renault to life, making him one of General Hospital's most unforgettable villains. And now, after a dramatic, action-packed exit, he's reflecting on his time with the show. In an interview with Soap Opera Digest, Kober revealed that Cyrus was originally meant to be a short-term character, with only 6 months planned. But thanks to his incredible portrayal and the audience's reaction, his stay was extended to 5 years. Kober admitted that while he jokingly teased executive producer Frank Valentini about his character's demise, he has no hard feelings about being written off the show. In fact, he feels deep gratitude for the experience. "I have nothing but gratitude toward Frank. I did want to torture him at least a little bit for letting me go, so I did that, but all in good fun," Kober said. Kober also opened up about how he's processing his exit. Right after filming his final scenes, he took an extended trip to India, giving himself space from the character in the show. Now, as he reflects on his time in Port Charles, he admits that he misses it deeply. "I miss going to work, I miss the people, I miss the process. I gotta tell you, I love acting on a soap," Kober confessed. But while he may have said his goodbyes, fans aren't convinced that Cyrus is truly gone, and neither is Kober. The fans react, Cyrus Renault's legacy, whether you loved him or hated him, there's no denying that Cyrus Renault was a game-changing villain. He was brilliant, unpredictable, and terrifyingly charismatic, making every scene he appeared in unforgettable. And the fans? They have a lot to say about his dramatic exit. Social media has been buzzing with reactions, with many expressing disbelief that General Hospital would kill off such a compelling character. Others are praising Jeff Kober's performance, calling his portrayal of Cyrus one of the best in recent soap history. One fan wrote, "Cyrus Renault was a master at playing mind games. I refuse to believe he's actually dead. If anyone could pull off a fake death, it's him." Another viewer commented, "Jeff Kober was incredible. The way he delivered every line, every expression, pure brilliance. I hope he comes back because we need more of him." There's also a growing theory that Cyrus planted evidence of his own death, using his criminal connections to orchestrate a believable demise. Could this be his longest con yet? If he is alive, we can be sure of one thing: he won't come back quietly. What's next for Port Charles? As General Hospital fans know, no death is ever set in stone. With rumors swirling about Cyrus Renault's possible survival, the stakes in Port Charles have never been higher. If Cyrus returns from the dead, he will come back as a man on a mission. Jocelyn Jacks may have thought she ended his reign, but in reality, she may have just made things worse. Meanwhile, Jack Brennan's role in covering up the crime is another ticking time bomb. Will he use this leverage to control Jocelyn? Or does he have his own hidden agenda? And let's not forget Jeff Kober himself. His final scenes may have been filmed, but soap operas love a good comeback story. Could GH bring him back for one last showdown? One thing is certain: the drama in Port Charles is far from over. Stay tuned, because General Hospital is just getting started. Next, we're diving into a storyline that could redefine General Hospital's most iconic mob boss, Sonny Corinthos. His recent heart condition has raised more than a few eyebrows, and fans are left wondering, where is this story going? Will Sonny's health scare push him toward a new beginning, or will it set the stage for an even deadlier battle for power? Let's break it all down, analyze the possibilities, and explore the impact this could have on Sonny's life, his enemies, and those closest to him. Is Sonny Corinthos ignoring a life-threatening condition? For a man who built his empire on power, control, and strategy, Sonny Corinthos seems shockingly indifferent about his own health. His heart is failing, and yet, he's choosing to postpone the necessary procedure. The human heart is not something to be taken lightly, especially for someone with Sonny's stressful, high-risk lifestyle. Years of conflict, betrayal, and violent confrontations have already taken their toll on him, but this might be the most dangerous enemy he has ever faced. Unlike the rival mobs that he can outmaneuver, his own body is betraying him, and he seems completely unwilling to acknowledge it. But why? Why isn't Sonny taking this more seriously? Could it be denial, or is he truly that confident in his ability to push through the pain? Until we see real consequences, perhaps a major health crisis, it's hard to invest in a storyline that feels like it's treading water. Sonny isn't treating this like the life or death situation that it truly is, and that raises an even bigger question: will he realize the urgency before it's too late? Could Sonny's heart condition reignite Carson and change his future? If there's one person in Sonny's life who could make him see the gravity of his situation, it's Carly Spencer. Carly has always been his anchor, the person who keeps him from spiraling out of control. When Sonny struggled with his bipolar disorder, Carly was the one who stood by him, ensuring he got the treatment he needed. Now, she might have to step in again, but this time, it's his physical health that's on the line. If Sonny confides in Carly, will she be the one to convince him to go through with the procedure? Or will it take something more drastic, like a near-fatal heart attack, for him to finally listen? This could be the perfect setup for a Carson revival, with Carly and Sonny reconnecting over his health struggles. Facing mortality often makes people re-evaluate their choices, and Sonny might finally start to see the cost of his lifestyle. Could this medical crisis be the catalyst that pushes Sonny to leave the mob world behind? Or will it simply remind him why he can't afford to step away? Will Sonny's enemies use his weakness against him? If Sonny were just another man, this health crisis would be personal, something to discuss with family and doctors behind closed doors. But Sonny isn't just another man, he's the head of a powerful criminal empire, and his enemies are always watching. Brick, ever the loyal confidant, made sure that Sonny had the best cardiologist in Los Angeles, but he also issued a dire warning: no one can know. If rival mobsters find out that Sonny has a serious heart condition, they will see it as a sign of weakness. And in the world of organized crime, weakness gets you killed. Unfortunately, keeping secrets in Port Charles is almost impossible, and it looks like someone already knows the truth. Jen Sidwell's goons have been following Sonny, and now that they've gathered intel on his health, the question is, what will they do with it? Could they use this information for blackmail? Could they stage an attack while Sonny is vulnerable? The more Sonny delays his procedure, the more danger he puts himself in, both medically and strategically. The stakes are higher than ever, and if Sonny doesn't act soon, he could lose everything. Could this be Sonny's wake-up call? A chance to leave the mob behind? Some fans have speculated that this heart storyline might be the setup for something much bigger, a complete character evolution for Sonny Corinthos. For decades, Sonny has built his life around power, loyalty, and control. But is it worth it anymore? If his own body is failing him, should he really continue down this dangerous path? Perhaps this is the moment where Sonny truly questions his choices. If he almost dies, will he finally see that life is too precious to waste on crime, violence, and power struggles? We already saw a glimpse of this softer side when Sonny agreed to 50-50 custody with Ava Jerome. Could that be the first step in a major shift for his character? What if he finally decides that it's time to walk away, to step back from the criminal empire he's spent his life building? Of course, walking away from the mob is never that simple. There will be enemies who refuse to let him go peacefully. If Sonny does try to leave, will he be forced to fight one final war just to make it out alive? The other path, is this storyline setting up a bloodbath? On the other hand, General Hospital could take this in a completely different direction, one that spells chaos and bloodshed for Port Charles. If Sonny's enemies discover his heart condition, they could see this as their golden opportunity to take him down. Could this storyline be foreshadowing an all-out war, with multiple factions vying to seize power while Sonny is at his weakest? We've seen Sonny survive assassination attempts, betrayals, and internal strife before, but this time, he may not be strong enough to fight back. What if, instead of this leading to a peaceful exit from the mob, it leads to a power struggle unlike anything we've seen before? Could Jason Morgan's eventual return be tied to this? Will he have to step up to protect Sonny's legacy if his health takes a turn for the worse? The possibilities are endless, but one thing is certain, this story is heading somewhere big. What's next for Sonny Corinthos? Right now, Sonny is standing at a crossroads, and whichever direction the writers choose will have massive consequences. If he ignores his health, he could be setting himself up for a life-threatening collapse at the worst possible moment. If he confides in Carly, could this medical crisis rekindle their legendary romance? If his enemies find out, will this spark a war that shakes Port Charles to its core? And if this truly is a wake-up call, will Sonny finally decide that it's time to leave the mob world behind? One thing is for sure, General Hospital is about to take us on one wild ride, and we'll be here to break it all down every step of the way. Next, we're diving into a major casting shakeup that has left soap fans buzzing with excitement and speculation. Beyond the Gates, CBS's latest drama, has made a huge splash by announcing the addition of two legendary soap stars, John Lindstrom and Katie McLean. But what does this mean for General Hospital fans who have long loved Lindstrom as Kevin Collins, and once, his evil twin, Ryan Chamberlain? Could this mean his time in Port Charles is coming to an end? Or is there a way for him to juggle both shows? Let's analyze the details and explore what this could mean for the world of soaps. John Lindstrom's cryptic social media post. What does commute really mean? In a recent social media update, John Lindstrom gave fans a small glimpse into his future with Beyond the Gates. While he didn't directly address his GH status, he did reveal something intriguing about his new gig. He stated, "I've been keeping a low profile as I commute to the wonderful world of Beyond the Gates, created by my brilliant dear friend Michelle Valjean. Personally, I think this show is going to blow the roof off daytime, and I could not be more proud to make even a small contribution to this groundbreaker." The word commute is particularly interesting here. It implies that Lindstrom isn't permanently relocating to Atlanta, where Beyond the Gates films. Could this mean his role on BTG is recurring rather than full-time? If so, that might leave room for him to continue appearing on General Hospital in some capacity. However, we can only speculate for now. With daytime dramas, contractual details are often kept under wraps, and actors frequently move between recurring and contract roles. Lindstrom's careful phrasing suggests that while he is excited about his new show, he hasn't shut the door on GH entirely. But with his last GH appearance dating back to December 2024, it's fair to wonder, is Kevin Collins officially on his way out? Can John Lindstrom balance two soap roles? History says yes. If you're worried about John Lindstrom disappearing from General Hospital altogether, there may be hope. Plenty of soap actors have successfully juggled multiple roles across different daytime dramas. Take Wally Kurth, for example. He has seamlessly maintained his dual roles as Ned Quartermain on GH and Justin Kiriakis on Days of Our Lives for years. He isn't the only one, either. Several actors have balanced multiple soaps, primetime roles, or even film projects while still making appearances on their flagship show. Could Lindstrom do the same? The logistics of filming Beyond the Gates in Atlanta and GH in Los Angeles certainly make things more challenging. But if his role on BTG is recurring rather than full-time, it's not out of the question that he could appear on both shows, especially if GH is willing to work around his schedule. However, there's another important factor to consider. General Hospital has not confirmed whether Lindstrom will be returning. With Kevin Collins being a recurring character rather than a contract role, the writers could easily phase him out without a major send-off. But does that mean they should? The uncertainty of Kevin Collins' GH future. Unlike some of his co-stars, John Lindstrom is not currently under contract with General Hospital. He has been appearing on a recurring basis, meaning that his character comes and goes as needed rather than being integral to every storyline. The last time Kevin was seen in Port Charles was in December 2024, which isn't a great sign for fans who want him to stick around. Given how GH operates, when characters disappear for months, it often signals that they're quietly being written out, especially when the actor in question has taken on a new project. However, Lindstrom has not confirmed whether his new role on Beyond the Gates is full-time or if he could continue making appearances on GH. The biggest indicator of his long-term status will be whether Kevin gets a proper farewell storyline or simply fades into the background. Would GH really let go of one of their most respected veteran actors without a major exit arc? If they were planning a dramatic departure for Kevin, we'd likely have seen hints of it by now. Instead, the current situation feels more like an open-ended transition, which means there's still hope for fans who want to see Kevin back at some point. John Lindstrom and Katie McLean, a power duo for Beyond the Gates. Regardless of what happens with GH, one thing is certain. John Lindstrom and Katie McLean joining Beyond the Gates is huge news. These two soap veterans bring an enormous amount of experience, charisma, and acting power to the table. Lindstrom will be stepping into the role of Joey Armstrong, while McLean will be portraying Pamela Curtis. While details about their characters remain scarce, there's already massive hype around their addition to the cast. Fans of General Hospital know Lindstrom best as Kevin Collins, a respected psychiatrist and one half of one of the show's most iconic duos with Laura Collins. He also played the diabolical Ryan Chamberlain, Kevin's evil twin, in a performance that was nothing short of legendary. McLean, meanwhile, is no stranger to the soap world either. She has a long, storied career, including roles on All My Children, Days of Our Lives, and The Young and the Restless. Seeing her join forces with Lindstrom in a brand new soap universe is something that fans are eager to watch unfold. But will their new project be a permanent shift away from GH, or just another exciting opportunity they'll juggle alongside their other commitments? Final thoughts: will GH lose John Lindstrom for good? At this point, John Lindstrom's future on General Hospital remains unclear. While his move to Beyond the Gates has sparked speculation about his exit, it's important to remember a few key factors. He hasn't officially confirmed that he's leaving GH. GH hasn't confirmed whether Kevin Collins is being written off. The word commute in his social media post suggests he isn't permanently relocating, meaning his BTG role might not be full-time. With that said, GH fans should prepare for the possibility that Lindstrom's appearances in Port Charles may become even less frequent or, at worst, disappear altogether. If Kevin Collins is written out, will GH give him a dramatic exit? Or will he simply fade away, leaving fans wondering if he'll ever return? One thing is certain. John Lindstrom is one of daytime's most talented actors, and wherever he goes, fans will follow. Whether he remains a part of General Hospital or fully transitions into Beyond the Gates, his impact on the soap world is undeniable. For now, we'll just have to wait and see how this all plays out. Thanks for tuning in to ABC GH Spoilers. Don't forget to subscribe for more breaking news, exclusive updates, and in-depth analysis of all things Port Charles. See you next time.